What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy John 25, and today I'm going to do my WWE Smackdown review and highlights you guys new. Hit that like button, hit that red button, let's get started. Now, Smackdown was a god-awful show. This week, we see two Money in the Bank qualifying matches on SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler versus Otis and Carmella versus Manny Wars are set to take place. Daniel Bryan will face King Corbin this week. The New Day will also compete in the non-title match against the Forgotten Sons. Otis and Dolph Ziggler will battle in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Manny rose to meet Carmella in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Daniel Bryan looks to get payback for Drew Gulak's loss to King Corbin. And the New Day welcomes the Forgotten Sons to the ring for the non-title clash. Opening segment. Daniel Bryan comes out and said that he loves tackling the new challenges. This is why he also excited about Money in the Bank this year. It's taking place at WWE headquarters, and this time it is 6 men and 6 women all fighting at the same time. Bryan started talking about what fans will see in the WWE headquarters, including dinosaur bones and Vince McMahon's office. Daniel Bryan discussed his history with Money in the Bank. That he stated how he said he is that Drew Gulak can be in the Money in the Bank. Corbin came out next. Corbin and Daniel Bryan traded some lines and back and forth about Corbin's history with Money in the Bank as well. He stated that he will show Bryan that he is stronger and smarter right now. King Corbin versus Daniel Bryan. This match was decent. Corbin backed Bryan into the corner and landed some right hands after they got started. Bryan kicked Corbin's leg and tries to take him down. Then Corbin hit a shorter block and Bryan hits the mat. Bryan hits a drop kick to the knee and then kick Corbin in the back. Bryan continued to pick up Corbin's leg apart. Bryan let Corbin get to his feet and offered to keep wrestling. Corbin took Bryan down in front with a front face lock, and then Bryan transitions out of it. They continue, and Corbin continued to pummel Bryan while calling him a disappointment. He said, "You need a coach. You're washed up," as he continues to beat on Bryan. Corbin placed Bryan on the top rope and knocked him to the floor with a right hand before sending Bryan into the post. Commercial break. Corbin continued to keep Bryan down until the commercial break ended. They got to their feet where Corbin quickly knocked Bryan back down. Bryan got free from a razor edge looking move and he rolled up Corbin for a 2 count. Corbin continues to keep Bryan down despite small glimpses that Bryan was fighting out of it. Corbin went for his run around the post spot on Bryan and hit a suicide dive on him. Bryan soon had an ankle lock on Corbin as the 2019 King of the Ring struggled to get free. Corbin took a kick to the face for a 2 count. Bryan started picking Corbin apart with kicks, then hit a drop kick to the corner. But Corbin nails a deep 6 as a counter for a 2 count. Corbin tries to get free but ended up in a half Boston Crab. But King Corbin got to the ropes. Bryan started stomping Corbin on the apron, and then he hit another suicide dive. Corbin caught him, but Bryan kicked his knee. Corbin hit Bryan with a ladder, and the match was called off. The winner by disqualification, Daniel Bryan. Corbin wasn't done after the match. He rolled Bryan in the ring and tried to hit the ends of days on a ladder, but was reversed into a yes like on the ladder. Shinsuke Nakamura jumped in and took Bryan out as Cesaro grabbed the ladder and drove him out of the ring. Corbin caught Bryan up the ramp and threw him into a pool of ladders. Braun's Strowman segment with the Firefly Funhouse. That segment was god awful. The Universal Champion walked out and he looks pumped. Braun said he took a trip down to memory lane last week. He passed with the Riot family. It's just that the past. Then the Firefly Funhouse started. Bray waves hello and says hello to Braun. Then it was a storyline tonight. Tonight's story was called The Black Sheep. Yowie Wowie. He told a story about the black sheep on a farm looking like he needed direction. The shepherd protected the black sheep and they had a lot of fun together. Then a selfish black sheep left looking for another thing. He didn't even leave a note. Riot said the shepherd was very sad. The story had a sad ending because the shepherd didn't find the black sheep. He suggested that he will take Braun to the slaughterhouse. Braun said he's done with the puppets. Braun said if Wyatt has anything to say, then he can say it to his face. Bray Wyatt decided to wave goodbye instead. Terrible segment. Alright, Sheamus versus Leon Ruff. That match I didn't really care about. Sheamus won very easily. They hyped Sheamus' tensions with Jeff Hardy doing commentary. Sheamus had a bit of fun with his entanglement talent. He beat on his chest in a major before setting him up for the bro kick. The winner of the match, Sheamus. That match was just a waste of everybody's time. For a prime example, can we get Sheamus versus Michael Cole? Can we all get that? But anyway, after the match was over, Sheamus stalks Michael Cole again and trash talk Jeff Hardy before they play another part on his ongoing series adventures. Michael Cole says that Hardy will be on Smackdown next week. Sheamus said no will he. Mandy Rose versus Carmella. This match was god awful. They had a little exchange early on where Mella took control. Then she moonwalk away. Mella nails a kick of the head for a 2 count. Then she countered to keep Rose down. Mandy Rose body slammed Carmella for a 2 count before launching on a chin lock. Then Sonya Deville music hit. Sonya came out with a microphone and was distracted while talking about their friendship. This time last year, Sonya gave Mandy Rose her Money Bank ladder match spot. Mandy nailed a backbreaker on Carmella as Sonya drones on Mandy said that Carmella is possibly going to be hurt. Then Mella hits a spear while Sonya Deville said she just watched the show. Then Deville went off on Rose. On Rose. She's Karma's a you know what. Bring it on. Then Carmella hits a super kick and won. The winner of the match, Carmella. Deville rushes the ring and destroys Mandy Rose. She bounces Rose off the ring post in the stairs. Then Deville landed another stiff kick. Otis went to go check on Mandy Rose. She was rather beaten up. Otis ran into Dolph Ziggler in the hallway and he asked Otis if Mandy is okay. Otis don't say anything. He just stood there and breathed heavily. The way that Otis looked at Dolph Ziggler like he wants to beat Dolph Ziggler. The New Day versus Forgotten Sons, pretty good tag team match. The Miz and Morrison came out before this match could start. Then they locked a seat on commentary. Corey told Cole that May want nothing to do with him so he can keep his social distance. Steve Cutler and Big E started out. Big E overpowered Cutler and tagged Kofi. They continued to battle back and forth, but Kofi hits a dropkick in the corner. Then Forgotten Sons started tagging in and all they tagging out as they continued to work on Kofi Kingston. Then Big E got the tagging and he hit a couple belly-to-belly throws on Wesley Blake. The New Day took control when he came back from commercial. Big E hits the splash for a 2 count. Then Cutler went around the ring, but Big E got back in, and then Wesley Blake nails a suicide dive on Big E. The Forgotten Sons got double teamed in the 2 count as Miz and Morrison trash talk on them on commentary. Big E started taking a lot of submissions and pummeling damage from Blake. Then Big E puts Wesley Blake in the corner. He isolated Big E and he couldn't make the tag. Suddenly Big E landed Urange on a guy attack off to Kingston. Kofi rallies and hits a boom drop. Kofi took out Blake as Cole nailed a backbreaker for a 2 count. The continue and Kofi misses a dive off the top, and then he turned it around and hits a chest stomp for a 2 count. Blake tags in the Forgotten Sons, hit a diving elbow tantrum move. Kofi kicks out at 2. Kofi kicks and got loose, and he puts the Forgotten Sons outside of Kofi and tag Big E, and then launches Kofi into Blake and Color. Big E went for a spear on the outside, but he misses. Then Big E was sent into the ring steps on Raw for good measure. The Forgotten Sons hit 2 more dominant tag team moves. Forgotten Sons pinned the champions clean. The winner of the match, the Forgotten Sons. Tamina Snuka cut a promo backstage saying that it took 4 women to beat her at WrestleMania. She won't be intimidated by the Bank's distraction and distracted Tamina so Bayley could jump her. They sent Tamina into the crates backstage, and while Lacey Evans ran up to fight Banks, they did had a huge pull apart backstage that was a lot of people all over each other during the social distinction. Sonya Deville says that Ziggler will screw Otis out of his spot too. Ziggler said he's not a bye guy just because he sees how the world works. He said guts like Otis get sympathy and they start believe that means more than talent. Ziggler cuts an amazing promo here about how he's going to win and go on to win the Money in the Bank again. He plans to make Mandy feel better after her beating from Deville. Otis versus Ziggler. But the question is, where is Tucker? It's not fair that Tucker was not on SmackDown, but where is Tucker? They forgotten about Tucker. But anyway, Otis versus Ziggler. Otis took a beating to Dolph Ziggler early on. Ziggler is solid like a champ. Then Otis sends Ziggler into the turnbuckle. Dolphs finally move out the way during a charge to the turnbuckle, and Otis went to the floor. They continue, and Otis took control, and Dolph sold for a bit. They continue on, and both end up on the mat after a zigzag. Suddenly, Otis caught Ziggler and hits the throw and the calipo, and then he got the win. The winner of the match, Otis. The winner of the match, Otis. I'm happy about the outcome of Otis is going to Money in the Bank. But what did the rest of the show do? This show was god-awful and boring at the same time. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. Share the video on my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description. And this video will go up, man. But SmackDown Live was a god-awful show and boring at the same time. But anyway, this your boy, Big Boy John 25. I'll talk to you guys later in the next video. KFG family, and I'm out of here.